From a dog being brought on set to fears for her own personal safety, these are the shocking reasons why Pauley Perrette really left NCIS.
Successful?
He was close. What do you mean you already knew that?
Pauley Perrette's Abby Shudo was clearly a fan-favorite character on NCIS. The goth-style forensic scientist was loved by viewers for her fashion sense, which contrasted with her always perky attitude. Did you know that at one point Pauley was one of the most popular actresses on American television? True story. This is why fans were so devastated when she announced her decision to leave NCIS in 2018 after more than 15 years on the show.
I know how much Ziva really loved you.
Pauley's exit at the end of season 15 came as a shock to fans, who saw her character resign after an assassination attempt. However, according to multiple reports, the real reason for Pauley's departure is that she had a falling out with the series lead, Mark Harmon.
Lead swack on the outside of the envelope, lead swack on the inside. In between, white pestis on a moisture pad.
Sources close to the cast claim that the two stars had several clashes behind the scenes back in 2016, beginning with the time that Harmon brought his dog to the set. Apparently, Harmon's dog bit a crew member, which resulted in 15 stitches. And if you watch Pauley's final episode, you'll see that she and Harmon did not share the screen together. Coincidence? I think not.
Much black powder, it could have blown up a rhino. I mean, thankfully, it did not blow up a rhino.
How nice that I'm still alive, too.
As a result of Pauley's issues with Mark, writers got creative for Pauley's final episode and had Abby bid farewell to her other colleagues at NCIS HQ and simply deliver a letter for Gibbs. Abby is seen watching from the street as Gibbs reads it. Shortly after her final episode, Pauley took to Twitter to set the record straight about why she really left the show. Well, sort of. In a series of somewhat vague tweets, Pauley wrote, "I refused to go low. That's why I've never told publicly what. But there are tabloid articles out there that are telling total lies about me. If you believe them, please leave me alone. You clearly don't know me." In brackets, she added, "Sorry guys, had to be said."
Using lipstick instead of the letter?
Well, I figured anyone who's into calligraphy has got to wear esoteric lipstick, and since all lipsticks are tested by the FDA,
You'll identify the brand.
The following day, there were more vague tweets from Pauley. Maybe I'm wrong for not spilling the beans, telling the story, the truth. I feel I have to protect my crew, jobs, and so many people. But at what cost? I don't know. Just know I'm trying to do the right thing, but maybe silence isn't the right thing about crime. I'm just question mark.
are you? Whew. Talk to Mama.
But Pauley's Twitter venting didn't end there. Additional tweets reference a machine keeping her silent and spreading false stories about her. I'm guessing the so-called machine Pauley is referring to is the tabloid media. Pauley's tweet describes this machine as a very rich, very powerful publicity machine. No morals, no obligation to truth, and I'm just left here, reading the lies, trying to protect my crew, trying to remain calm. He did it.
That tells us what?
Well, it doesn't tell you anything. It tells me that we've got some bad nuclear juju going on here. It tested positive for isotopes.
And what does that tell you?
Well, if we can find the source of the isotopes, it might be where...
Despite the vagueness of her Twitter posts, I think the overall message was clear and powerfully articulated. In response to Pauley's complaints, CBS was forced to do a little damage control and released a statement of its own. And their statement was crystal clear. It read simply, "Pauley Perrette had a terrific run on NCIS, and we are all going to miss her," it read. "Over a year ago, Pauley came to us with a workplace concern. We took the matter seriously and worked with her to find a resolution."
Royal flush. That's not actually a thing, is it?
Analogy still worked.
So, what do you think?
But the fans were not happy with how all this happened. Back in 2019, Pauley took to Twitter after receiving countless messages from confused and upset fans. The fans were hoping and wondering if and when Pauley would ever reprise her role in the much-loved investigative procedural show, and she wrote that she's never coming back. I guess she really made up her mind. Pauley again felt the urge to vent a little and wrote a follow-up tweet in which she claimed that she had been physically assaulted after struggling to protect her fellow crew members. That tweet, though, was quickly deleted. Not surprisingly, after leaving NCIS, Pauley didn't have much trouble finding work. She went on to star in the CBS sitcom Broke, where she managed to snag the lead role.
I am the mom. I do the meetings. You guys are
unbelievable.
I think you're unbelievable too.
Unfortunately, the show was canceled after one season. By the time 2020 rolled around, Pauley announced that she was officially retiring from acting. Oddly, as Pauley was promoting the premiere of Broke, she gave an interview and said, "I'm retiring," and I meant it. Nobody believed me, but I did.
Of course I was jealous. You found the love of your life, and I fell for the lead singer of a Van Halen cover band.
Since retiring, Pauley has made it a point to keep a low profile, but this hasn't stopped fans from asking whether she'll return to NCIS someday. Pauley's former NCIS co-star, Brian Dietzen, says that Pauley's return to NCIS is highly unlikely. In 2022, rumors swirled that Pauley could be making a return to the long-running series after Brian shared a photo with Pauley on Twitter. Pauley has since made it clear that she has zero plans of making a future comeback on NCIS. As it turns out, there was much more drama going on behind the scenes on the set of NCIS than anyone really knew about, and these things likely contributed to Pauley's departure as well.
We're NCIS agents, McGee. There's a chance one of us might die every time we walk through the door.
Did you know that actor Sasha Alexander wanted out as well? At the end of NCIS Season 2, the series killed off one of its main characters, Special Agent Kate Todd, much to the shock of millions of fans. This is exactly what actor Sasha Alexander, who played Agent Todd, wanted. During NCIS's second season, NCIS creator and then showrunner Donald Bellisario revealed that Sasha had requested to be let go. Donald explained that Sasha came into his office one day in tears and requested that her character be killed off because she just couldn't handle the network's insanely demanding hours. Sasha later said, "People don't realize that on a network show you make 24 episodes a year. That's 10.5 months a year, 17 hours a day. It's hardcore. I really firmly believe in my heart that I would not be where I am today, happily married with 2 kids doing things creatively that I want, if I had stayed." After 15 seasons, Pauley Perrette must have certainly been feeling that she was starting to burn out as well, and this likely contributed to her departure, or at the very least, made leaving the show much easier. The intense schedules, brutally long hours, and unrealistic demands on the set of NCIS.
That was the hand that I was dealt, and I played the hell out of it. I mean, this is totally like a straight royal flush. That's not actually a thing, is it?
Even led to a bitter showdown between Donald Bellisario and NCIS star Mark Harmon. Harmon was angered by what he called the network's chaotic management style, and like Sasha, was sick and tired of working 16 and 17-hour days. It's no secret that Pauley Perrette also took issue with these upper management problems. Are we surprised that there was so much drama on the set of one of TV's biggest dramas? Of course not. So after all that, those were the shocking reasons why Pauley Perrette really left NCIS.